Hey y'all, it's Fallonwrites,
Mikmullet.
and welcome back to the fifth episode of Old to Young podcast. Today we're going to talk about something we used to do that we're so happy we don't do anymore,
Right.
and that is
Waitressing slash
we're not going to talk about hard
serving.
drugs?
I mean, we'll talk about that later.
No, we're going to talk about being servers in the service industry. Um, just before we hit record, I was reading through some of Mickey's prompts, and I learned that she dropped ice in a deep fryer. So, for those who are not familiar with what happens, would you like to tell them?
What happens when you drop ice in a deep fryer?
Yeah, what happened when you dropped the ice in there?
Basically, it started bubbling over and nearly exploded in the deep fryer.
The fire department hates to see you coming.
Yeah, yeah. And also, my job hates to see me coming. They're like, "Oh no, this bitch again. She's gonna fuck shit up." Like I don't know how many times I've messed things up, like waitressing and cooking. Um, just it's a
Uh,
lot.
I don't know. I was a pretty good server.
Were you?
Yeah. Oh, but I still fucked up every time and time again.
Mm.
But the cooks would fuck up, and then they'd try to like get mad at me, and I'd always have to like put my ticket up to their face, like, look, like I'm right.
Yeah, yeah. I worked at a little diner. It used to be at old George Webb's, and yeah, I worked there for like 5, 6 years.
Yeah, I remember when you worked there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, Crazy customers, right? I had some crazy customers. I worked at IHOP for 6 years.
yeah.
I can name drop because it's a corporation. You can't name drop because it could come to bite you in the fucking ass with the
Yeah,
local business.
yeah.
Yeah. But I worked at IHOP, so I have some stories. But I think I'll go with my most recent one. I quit IHOP August 2022, and thank God I didn't go back because I was there on and off. It's one of my worst toxic relationships I've ever been in. And a couple days before my last day, and I was still masking because I like to think I'm still pretty COVID conscious. To try to mask everywhere that is like a decent place to do so, like a grocery store, like walking into fast food restaurants. I mask at work, um, but I was still masking, and I went up to this table and I was like, "Hey y'all, like how are you doing today? Can I grab you something to drink?" The whole like bit. They told me what they want to drink. As I'm walking away, I hear the old man at the table go, "Why are they wearing a mask?" Of course, he said she, but you know what? I'm correcting them because this is my story. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to take this today. I turn around and I look at him. I said, "If you have a problem with me wearing a mask, I'm happy to get you a new server." And he was like, he starts arguing with me. I don't remember most of the argument, but towards the end of the argument, he goes to me and he says, "Are you racist?" Mind you, this is an old white man. This is no one that can accuse me of being racist. This is an old white man who's mad at me for wearing a mask. Now, if this was an old black man, I would for sure be like, okay, all right, you know, let's figure this out. But old white man, so mad at me for wearing a mask. And then this sweet old lady I used to work with, I loved her. She like got so mad on my behalf. She like came up to this man. She's like, "Fallon's not racist. They're the least racist person I've ever met." Mind you, I didn't really want her to do all that because I'm like, I don't know if that's true. Like, but I appreciate you coming to my defense, and like they ended up leaving because they upset everybody so bad. You have any stories like that?
No.
You don't have any like crazy customer stories?
I had a guy throw a steak at me one time.
Oh,
Yeah, he was really upset because I put onions on it when I was a cook. So I was a cook and a waitress and a dishwasher. And I feel like when you're in the serving industry, I don't know. I was at wit's end basically. Like I was partying till like 5 in the morning, and then I'd go to work at 6:30 when I was supposed to be there at 6 in the morning, and then I'd do my job, and then I'd go home, and then I'd do it again. And
That is the entire service industry.
yeah, it's
If
you party hardy,
if your Sunday brunch server is not hungover, where are you going?
Yeah. I remember one time I got a ring stuck on my finger and I was like 20 years old. I had a ring stuck on my finger cuz my boyfriend at the time gave it to me, and I had to leave my waitress job because my finger swelled up to like 4 times the size that it should be. And so I went to the ER, and I had to have it removed by the doctor. And they told me I was like very close to losing my finger
Oh my god.
because I lost all circulation, and it was like the finger was huge. I had it on there for 24 hours, and I was still kind of lit. I was lit when I went to work and when I went to the ER with a giant ass sausage finger.
Yeah, I'm not gonna out like which IHOPs I ever worked at, but I have been drinking on the job. We'd make margaritas in the back.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I remember doing a shot of tequila on a night shift one night, and oh my god, that tequila was disgusting. I'm not a tequila fan to begin with, but it was already, and it was disgusting on top of it. And I was
yeah.
like, no, 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 no. Yeah. Mm-mm. Not for me.
I feel you. I don't think anyone in the service industry is ever sober. Well,
Well, there's probably people who have gotten sober, but I definitely think when you start
yeah,
out, you're definitely like
not sober.
probably not.
Yeah. Well, I guess
Again, I don't feel like
there's probably a few of them that
if
it depends
anything,
on the
they're
service.
California sober.
Yeah, yeah,
Which reminds me, this is just a funny joke. We'll get back to serving in a moment, but I was watching a Charlie Barron's video because he's the sweetheart of Wisconsin. You know that guy.
yeah.
He was talking about being Wisconsin sober, which means you only drink beer. I was laughing my fucking ass off. I don't even like beer, but I was like, that is so funny.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Like people will be like, "Okay, I can't handle liquor anymore. I'm only drinking beer."
Yeah, they're like, I'm sober. And then they're like, oh, can I have a beer? And I'm like, huh?
Yeah, I've done that so many times. Yeah.
Did you only serve at that little diner that you.
Oh, I worked at TGI Fridays.
Yeah, what was that like?
Um, I worked there for like a day, or yeah, I worked there for a day because so what happened was this lady's boyfriend got super drunk and he hit on me, and then she wrote me a letter saying that I suck and that I wear gloves wrong or something, and then I left and I never came back.
Don't you love that when they like somebody else hits on you and then their partner gets mad and it's like, I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
I'm not a willing participant. If someone's on the clock, they do not want to be flirted with.
no.
Like the
I
amount of
mean, I don't care if you flirt with me or not. I think it's funny. If people flirt with me, I think it's funny. Like if old men flirt with me, I think it's funny. If it's I don't know. It's just funny to me. I'm like,
well,
whatever.
I would be flirted with a few times when I worked service industry, and the worst part is that they're always bad tippers every single time. Every single time
Hmm.
someone leaves me their number or tries to hit on me,
Yeah.
they leave a shitty tip.
Oh yeah. Um, I feel like I've had people. There was one drunk guy who thought I was Zoe Deschanel, and he was like, "Holy shit, you're Zoe Deschanel! Is this fucking punked?" And I was like, "No, dude, I'm not Zoe Deschanel." And he was like, "I don't fucking believe you. You're Zoe Deschanel. You are right here, and you're my waitress." And I just was like, "No, that's not me. That's not me. That's
You should have
she would
like
not be
pranked
waitressing."
him. You should have like been like, yeah, I am. Can you want my signature? And like,
Well, he didn't believe that I wasn't her anyway. I could have been anybody though to him. Probably he probably thought I was
I've
like,
I I'm trying to imagine you like Jessica Day, sunglasses, not
I had
sunglasses,
like black
glasses,
hair and
long curly
bangs.
black hair with bangs.
Mm,
Like, do you look like Zoe Deschanel with all that? I don't think I've ever seen you look like that.
I don't know. I have different hair all the time, so I don't really remember.
Who's that girl?
It's just I think my personality is somewhat
Oh,
similar-ish,
I think that too. Yeah.
but I don't know. I think my voice and my singing voice is very similar too.
Hmm.
When I had black hair though, like I don't know. I don't. She's like big ass blue eyes, and
Oh
I
yeah,
got
she does. I was like, what color are her eyes? I can't remember right
yeah.
now.
I have like brown eyes. Otherwise, if I had blue eyes, I think
Maybe,
maybe,
yeah.
and
That's
like black
crazy. I've
hair.
never had
But I
that
don't have
happen to
blue
me.
eyes.
I've been like, somebody's like, you're the celebrity. Like, you look so much like this celebrity.
Oh yeah, it was weird. He's a funny little dude.
Yeah. I do remember one time. The story's not as I mean, it's funny to look back on, but it pisses me off in the moment. I remember I was working the night shift. There's only one table. This old man eating by himself. And I'm sweeping the dining room, just doing my fucking job, right? Like what you're supposed to do. And this man stops me and he's like, "You know, you're going to make a really great wife one day."
Hmm.
I wanted to barf all over him. I was like, "Because I can sweep a floor? Shouldn't you know how to sweep a floor? You've been alive for 80 years." Like,
Probably can't sweep the floor anymore. Grew
probably
up
never
in
did. It's like, that's a
barely walk.
woman's job.
He's like, Mer.
You make dust too, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Men try to make you do too much labor.
Absolutely.
You make me do
But this
too much labor.
good song. The service industry, though, I am thinking it's been so long since I've been in the service industry. It's so hard to remember all the stories I used to have. I remember I should have written them down because I'd come home like every
Oh,
day and talk to my
yeah.
partner and be like, "Oh my god, you won't believe what happened today."
My coworker once confettied my car with a confetti bomb. He like stole my keys and then set a confetti bomb in my car, and it took 5 hours to clean up. And then when I sold it, I still had pieces of confetti in it, so I really didn't clean the whole thing. And then there was another time he duct taped my phone. Like he put like 10 inches of duct tape on my phone, around my phone. It was crazy.
Did you have a workplace bully?
No, 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 no. It was just prank wars.
Okay, well, how did
Prank
you prank
wars.
him?
One time I stole his keys and turned on the Christian music channel really loud. So when he got in his car, it was like full volume. And Jesus says you're Lord. Not that there's anything wrong with Christian music for some people, but
It's not our
it's
style.
not really what I'm into personally.
It probably wasn't what he was into either if you're using it to prank
No,
him.
no. He was like, "What the fuck was that, Mickey?" And I was like, sorry, dude." And then I think there was another time too. He put food coloring all over my windshield, and it was
God
winter, and
damn.
then I didn't realize it, so I started backing up, and I drove. I don't know how I didn't realize there was food coloring on my windshield when I was literally in my car driving, but I just didn't realize it until I was like already in, on the main road, and then I was like, oh shit, I can't see anything. Maybe I should pull over. Yeah.
I do I do think I remember the one time that I somehow got a $50 tip and I was serving this was years ago too, like so long ago. I had all these tables and I just for some reason was like in a really good mood that day and I just did not give a fuck what anyone thought. So I was going up to all my tables, happy go lucky, went up to this one table. They were kind of like nonchalant. They weren't very like talkative. They weren't, you know. And then like they gave me a $50 tip and I like rushed up to them to say like thank you so much, I really appreciate it. And then this lady's like, yeah, I tipped you $50 because I was so rude to you and you just continued to be so nice. And I was like, you're being rude to me, like I didn't even notice. Like
Oh my god, that's so weird.
normally I notice, but I just was in a mood that day where I was like, Nobody's gonna get me down today." But looking back, I'm like, why would you just like be rude to a server just to see? Like, was that the plan, or was it like, oh, like I was in a bad mood, and then I have no idea. But
Right. Hmm.
that was very long ago. That was 2018. So
Yeah, that was very odd. Why wouldn't you just change your behavior so you wouldn't have to tip $50?
I mean, it
That's
put me in a
crazy.
good mood, even better
Yeah,
mood.
yeah. Like thank you, like you, as you should. Thank you, but like maybe she should just work on her personality a
Yeah,
little
I had a
or
few.
something. It would be a lot cheaper for her.
Yeah,
Maybe she's
I
rich
mean,
though. Who knows?
if you are rude to all these like servers and then just leave them big tips, that's gonna cost you a lot of money.
Right.
I don't
Right.
need like I mean it was
Yeah.
great, but I didn't need huge tips. I just needed like 20% across the board, which is not what always happened.
No. No, yeah.
Oh, the stiffing. Oh, the stiffing.
Yeah. Yeah, like those old men that think it's still 1945 and they're like tipping 10 cents. Like, here you go, kid. Get yourself a bar of chocolate. And you're like, well, okay, I
Even
just want to pay my bills,
even a
Jeff.
dollar felt
Okay?
so insulting.
Yeah.
Even just $1, I was so insulted. Unless it was like a one person super easy
Oh, yeah.
table. And even then I'm just like, you couldn't leave another dollar. Like
I had an old man bring me in his kidney stone one time. Literally,
ew.
he had it taped together with two pieces of scotch tape, right? And then he
Wait,
brought it in, like he had his kidney stone in between two pieces of
wait, wait, wait,
scotch
wait,
tape.
wait. Don't you have to pass those by peeing?
Yeah.
So he dug into his own urine
Yeah.
and took out his kidney stone.
Yeah. And put it in between two pieces of tape.
What
And
the
then brought
fuck?
it in for me.
What the
First
fuck?
he was like, "Here, I brought you something." So then I touched it and I was like, "What is it?" And he was like, "My kidney stone."
That is a crazy story. That is a
I was
crazy
like,
serving story.
"Thank you so much. I love it. This is the best present ever." I love when people bring me their kidney stones. This is like the greatest tip I've ever received. Thank God for
Well, if it was
you,
like an
guy.
actual kidney, then you could like sell it and
If he brought me his kidney,
yeah, like on the
would
black
I sell
market.
it on the black market? I don't think anyone would want his 85-year-old kidney.
Maybe
uh,
a 9-year-old's really
yeah.
desperate.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like, damn, this kidney has seen its days. Probably all those fighting in the Vietnam War, breathing in Agent Orange and shit probably didn't do him very well.
No,
Probably gotten his kidneys. I don't know what it does.
I'm not very familiar with what things do to your health.
No.
I
Well, I
mean
just
some
imagine
things
any sort of chemical toxin is, and
definitely not good for you.
yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. Oh, one time I was waitressing, right? And I accidentally made a bomb at work.
We can't post that,
Well,
girl.
it was like not like a
What do you mean?
like I mixed
How do
bleach.
you?
I accidentally mixed bleach with ammonia.
Oh, so not like a
No,
real bomb.
no, just mustard gas.
Jesus Christ! Please don't come for us, federal government. We did not make any bombs.
No. It was on accident, and it was like powder bleach. Okay, it was like Comet mixed with ammonia. But there's bleach in Comet. So would it really make mustard gas? Probably not, because I would have been dead.
I didn't even know this was a thing, to
But
be honest with
it
you.
was like mild mustard gas, very mild. Like they, they had to air, they had to, they had to air it out. We aired it out with some rocks. Yeah. Or the other time when I set off the fire suppression system cooking on 4th of July, and I had like blue eyebrows and it was like melting into my eyes and it was like burning. I remember my friend John came in for pancakes too, and he's like, "Oh my god, like, can you see right now? Because like my eyebrows were blue and they're like melting into my eyes." I'm like, here's your pancakes, pal."
I think your service industry, like life, might be way more crazier than mine.
Oh yeah, I well, it's different. It's different when you work for a corporation as to not one.
Yeah. No, working for that corporation. Bleh.
Yeah, because like I probably should have been fired. I'll be honest, I should have been fired like 6
Oh,
years
these
ago.
IHOPs didn't fire anybody either. Like they've rarely fired
No,
anybody.
like I really should have been fired. One time I put in the POS system that everyone gets a half-pound cheeseburger when they only wanted like a third pound because I didn't understand how the fucking like
How
how it
fractions
worked.
worked?
No, yeah, how fractions worked. Um, yeah, so like basically I was like, I don't know, so I just put half pound. Everybody got a half pound.
So
They all
you
got
got
half
them a good
pounds.
deal?
And then my cook was like, why the why the fuck am I making all these half-pound burgers? There's no way this many people want half-pound cheeseburgers. And then I was like, oh,
Wait, how
oops.
big is that? I like
It's a
trying.
lot.
That's like a
It's a
lot.
lot.
I don't like when they're that
It's
big.
a
I can't get
thick.
my mouth around it.
It's like this freaking thick. That's a big ass fucking
No,
burger.
no, 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 no,
That's a
no.
lot of meat. Your whole, like your stomach is like this big, and then the burger's like this big.
Also, like think about your aorta.
Yeah. Oh my god, the meat grease. You just go straight into cardiac arrest.
Well, hopefully not.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, you
uh,
ever have Mim's butter burgers? Holy
I love
shit.
Mims.
I love
Okay,
Mim's
we
too,
can
but
shout
whew,
out Mims because I love them so much.
yeah, they're really good.
Somebody once I so the backstory. I make a TV show too. It's called Instability. Mims, their owners let us film our first episode there and all the other episodes that it's in. And we're gonna film there again this summer. But we made a post about them on our Facebook, and one of the comments I got is just one of the things I think is such a great thing to say about them is that their malts could solve world peace
Oh
because
yeah.
they're so fucking good.
They're
Like,
really good.
if somebody's just like mad, just give them a Mims malt. Like, if
Absolutely.
you ever are in the Fox Valley in Wisconsin for any reason, visiting family, family decides this is a place for vacation, you need to go to Mims. That place is so, so good. The owners are super cool. Such a cute little like diner space,
Yeah.
and the food is good.
They play good music too now. They play like
Yeah,
blues-ish
I like.
music,
I
which
usually
I
pick
really
up,
fuck
but
with.
yeah, I usually pick up. I don't usually eat in, but I did.
Oh, you
Yeah,
do?
but
Oh, I eat in there. I'm like, I love the whole ambiance.
I ate in there last summer with my dad. But yeah, the malt's so good. I personally go for light butter on the burger because if I don't, then my stomach hurts like immediately. But that's my stomach. If you like grease,
They have gluten-free buns too.
yeah, they
If for
got
all you annoying gluten allergy people.
annoying. Don't be rude. It's
It
not their
is
fault.
annoying. It is annoying though.
Annoying for them.
Annoying for them, yeah.
Yeah.
And also other people find it annoying, but it's like not your fault. But like they think we're annoying. I have a gluten allergy.
Oh, you're talking about yourself. Okay, cool. I didn't even realize that you had
Oh,
one.
I have one. Yeah, I ignore it sometimes, but I
That's
mean, I
like
do have
lactose
one.
intolerant people. They just do not give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck, but I'm still gonna I'm still gonna try a little bit, but then I'm not gonna give a fuck again, and then I'm gonna try again. It's probably because I drank so much beer when I was a teenager. I just drank so much beer that it sent me right into gluten allergy.
No, like my sister and my partner are both lactose intolerant though, and that's how they act with like they're like, oh, I'm still gonna eat ice cream, still gonna drink milk, still gonna eat cheese.
Yeah, I love shitting my pants. So bad.
It's everyone has that adult experience of shitting their pants at one point. So
I actually have never done that.
not yet. I was sick when
No,
I did it
I don't I don't poop really regularly.
because you're a girl.
No, because I eat so much cheese,
Oh yeah, yeah, because yeah, that makes sense.
and it's yeah.
Well, I mean,
So I've never shit my pants. It's impossible. I'm made of brick.
well, I had COVID, so I think that gives me a pass for not being like too weird or anything. It's not like I
Like you
Alex.
shit your pants because you had COVID?
Yeah, it's not like I Alex Earled it. Like I was literally sick. Do you know who Alex Earl is?
No.
She's like an influencer on TikTok, and she made a TikTok about going out to the club and having shit her pants, like she was wearing a dress,
Hmm.
and then she left that dress in her closet for months before getting it dry cleaned.
What the fuck?
Right? But that's not me. I immediately threw away the pants I shit in. I was like, no, I'm not dealing with that. I was sick. I was like, no, these are
Why would
going in
you
the
keep it in
dumpster.
your closet?
Beats me, dude.
God, that's a terrible idea. Their whole house probably smelled like shit. Oh my god. What
Yeah,
the
I
fuck?
don't know, man.
What
I
the
don't know.
fuck?
I didn't make that
Oh,
decision.
I what? That's crazy. I mean, I've done some pretty gross things. Like I've had some gross experiences of things. Like I've peed outside before,
Yeah,
you
I mean,
know.
obviously, I've outside.
I've peed everywhere, you know.
I peed my pants when I had a UTI. Like,
Yeah.
shit happens.
Right.
Literally.
Shit, shit does
But I did
happen.
not like keep these clothes somewhere where they weren't going to be washed. Most of the time, I didn't even keep them. I was like, I don't want these clothes that smell like my bodily fluids.
I had a friend that shit themselves in the Quick Trip parking lot because they couldn't make it. You know, they just barely made it. And then when they got home, the person was like, um, "Did you like their significant other was like, just shit yourself?"
Again, it happens. I think it's I think your adult shitting your pants just hasn't happened
Well,
yet.
you're gonna do it when you're a baby, and then you're gonna do it when you're elderly person, and you're gonna do it in the middle.
Yeah. So maybe it'll happen to you when you're like 40.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, we're very young. We're like
Yeah.
20 something still. So,
Exactly.
I still have plenty of time to shit myself.
Yeah, you
Um
do. You do.
I'll get there. I promise. I'll get there. Just with your faith and believing in me that I can do it. that, that I can do it. Just be like, would really appreciate your support in me shitting myself.
I do support. I especially support you if you do it on purpose at work to get out of work. Because
Oh my
imagine you
god,
go
that's a
up to your
great
boss.
idea.
Imagine you go up to your boss and you're like,
Mhm.
"I need to go home." And they're like, "Why?" And you're like, "I shit my pants." Like, what argument do they
Yeah.
have for that?
No, they can't. They can't argue anything with that because yeah,
Do you want me to stay here with shit in my pants? You want to smell that all day?
right. I mean, if you worked at like a daycare though, they would be like, "Well, so did everybody else."
Yeah, but they got diapers.
Yeah, that's true.
What are you gonna do? Try to put a baby diaper on your butt?
They'd be like, "All right, why don't you get yourself a Pampers from the closet?"
Well, don't you work in a assisted living home? Don't
Oh
they have
yeah.
elderly diapers?
Um. Yeah, they have those available there. Yes.
They might just tell you to put a diaper on. What if they did that?
I would leave. I wouldn't come back. I went to a biker bar. Did I say that? Where this man who looked like Friar Tuck kept bowing at me and my sister, and it was really weird. He was like following me to different parts of the bar, and then also outside. Because I came there for karaoke, because I do karaoke so frequently. And then I went to the other bar to grab my brother, and I asked if they had nachos. And then I noticed everybody was wearing like a weird vest that was matching everyone else. And I realized I was in a biker bar. And I was like, oh, are these Girl Scouts or. Nope, it's a biker gang bar. Cool.
Why would you think they were Girl Scouts? Were you
Because they
just,
have like patches and stuff. It was like, I don't know what cool tricks they did to
oh my
like
god,
get
are
those.
biker bars just like adult scouts?
I think so. I think so. Yeah, but this weird little Friar Tuck guy who was bowing at me, that was interesting. He was just like, "Oh, praise you, sexy lady." And I was like, "What the fuck? Get away from me, weird man."
Men are weird in bars often.
Yeah. Mhm.
I think the
Yeah, because there was another guy that night too who was weird to me. Like he had his friend tell me that they thought I was really cool and like they wanted to like buy me a drink, and I was like, okay, aren't you like 40? Why are we talking like we're in middle school right now? Why are you getting
oh
your
my
friend to
god, are
talk
you
to
gonna
me?
pass me a note?
That's
Will
so
you be my
sexy. Thank you
girlfriend? Check
so
yes or
much.
no.
Yeah, like what? What the fuck? Like just get up in my face and tell me. I'm not gonna like why are you having your friend,
I mean, I guess the weird guys that I've
super
had to deal
weird.
with have actually been confrontational. Like, and it's been
Oh,
annoying. I don't
well,
like
I
it.
would like a little bit of confrontation though. Like, I mean, you know, like it's not weird for someone to just be like, "Hey, you're really cool. I want to buy you a drink." I want to buy you a drink. That's cool. But like having your friends go up to them and then be like, "Hey, um, my friend over there thinks you're so cool."
Yeah,
Like,
that's
how weird
definitely
is
very
that?
middle school. Very
That's
middle school.
exactly, exactly.
Maybe even like high school, but past that,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no.
And these people, they had 10 years, 10, 15 years on me.
Mm-mm.
I was like, the fuck's happening right now?
I think. I was most annoyed in Vegas with my sister. We were going out clubbing, and it was like after hours, like clubs. And we went to this dance club. It had a hip hop level and it had like a EDM level. And the EDM level was playing like, EDM with like hits, so the EDM sounds with hits on like mixed together, like DJs do. And
Mm,
we were dancing there, and these two guys, I don't remember where they were from, they were really pissing me off because they kept they kept finding us, like we'd move away, like they kept
mm,
talking to us. So at one point, like they kept talking to us, and I knew my sister wasn't interested because they weren't her type either, and she was being nice and I was getting irritated, so I was like, we have to go meet our friends over there. And like we went and pretended to meet our friends, and then they found us again, and one of them was talking to my sister's being nice, and the other guy's talking to me, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna be direct with you the way you're being confrontational with me. I'm gonna be like, what is your end game here? And then he didn't answer me, and I said, "Are you trying to sleep with me?" And he was like,
whoa,
and he was like,
that's
and he was
that's
like,
badass.
and he was like, and then he didn't say anything. I'm like, and then I was like, "You're wasting your time. Like, go away. This isn't going to happen."
Oh my god, that's cutthroat. You're
Like,
badass.
I said it for my sister too. I'm like, I said it to both of them. I was like, you two are wasting your time. If you want to get laid, you should go somewhere else. Like, this isn't going to happen. And they're like,
Yeah.
and then they asked my sister, like, they're like, why is your sister like so mean?
Oh shit.
And Ashley's like, she's like, uh, they have a boyfriend, and I'm like, that's not why I'm mean, but okay.
I mean, cause you're bothering me. That's why.
Yeah, leave me the fuck alone. I'm just trying to dance with my sister and have a nice time. Like,
Yeah.
not everybody who goes to the club wants to get like
A dick
railed.
thrown in your face.
Yeah, like I don't like. I'm not
God
going
damn.
there to get railed. I like to dance.
It's just like
Like-
dicks everywhere.
Like,
They're just
how dare I enjoy dancing? I am so sorry. I will just stop.
watch it happen again tonight. You know?
It never actually happens to me around here. Like, I never get bothered in Appleton, and I have no idea why, but I don't
Oh
mind.
really? Yeah, I do.
Well, it depends who I'm with. But I think I have RBF.
I don't know. I don't really go out in Appleton though.
Yeah.
At all, so.
It might happen
But when I
tonight.
have, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
We never know.
I never know. It did happen once. It wasn't really to me. There's just a guy out on Halloween that I was out with my sister and her friend. We were out somewhere downtown, and this one guy was just very talkative and like kept coming up to us and being a little weird, and he kind of cornered my sister's friend, and then I had to go up to her and be like,
God.
"Hey, like, I have to go to the bathroom. Will you come with me?" And took her away. But yeah.
Wow,
So-
that's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's also weird when like there's just a lingerer who just like follows you from room to room. That happens to me so often. Like, oh, I'll be outside on the patio. There he is. Oh, I'll be by the bar. There he is again. God, I hate bars. I don't even go out anymore.
we're going out tonight. Do you not want to go? Do you not want to go dancing?
Dancing's different. Bars
Yeah.
are.
Well, there are
I only go
bars.
to bars for like karaoke.
Yeah, they are bars, but we don't have like a club here, so
Yeah, yeah. But there's music at it.
yeah. So we'll take
Counts.
it.
Yeah,
We'll take
counts.
it.
Yeah.
I wish we had like a good club,
Yeah, like
but didn't have to pay covers.
yeah. I mean, I'd
Actually-
even pay a cover for it.
Actually, when my
If
sister
they
and
had
I,
good music.
when my
like,
sister
a
and I
good
were in,
goth club, that'd be cool. Like the Cure and shit.
that'd be so fucking fun. I bet
know.
there's one in
I
Milwaukee or
wish.
Madison that we should
There
hit.
is.
We should
It's
go.
called Mad Planet.
Yes, we need to go.
Yeah.
We need to go. My sister and I, we went to a few clubs when we were in Vegas, and we didn't have to pay a cover at either. We went to the one where she was getting hit on, and then like she kept getting hit on, and I like went up to her. I'm like, can we like please go to the gay club because I can't do this like shit anymore. And like I was like, I can't do like not her specifically, but like the whole like male centered like kind of club where like it's all about the
Oh.
man getting what he wants. And I was like, I just want to go somewhere like where my community is, where I don't feel like I'm gonna get like, like I
Roofied.
might get hit on, which is not a big deal. Like people do that.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a woman hitting on me at a gay bar. Like obviously, like I'm not mad that you're hitting on me because I'm out at a gay bar, and you're not wrong, but I'm just not available. So I'm just gonna say I'm not interested. And you know what? I've never like had a problem saying I'm not interested to a woman and then continuing. It's always men. So
Yeah.
but we went there. We didn't have to pay a cover there either. So it's
Maybe we should wear shirts that say "I am not interested."
Right? I need
Unless, but then what if it changes? What if you meet someone who's cool? Then your shirt flips over and it says, "I'm interested."
some people do meet cool people at bars. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
it's
true.
not all the time,
Yeah,
but
my friend met her husband of 50 years at a bar.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
See, I
they're
already
a
found my
badass
person
couple.
though. I already found my person though. So my person's not at the club. They're not there.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Unless they go with me, but it's not
Well,
really.
she did, and then
Yeah.
because they've been married forever. Beautiful little couple.
That's amazing. I know
Yeah,
one
used to
couple that
float
met
her
at a
around
bar.
in a limo.
I know one
There's
couple that
doves
met at
and
a
shit. It
bar.
was like
Oh
21
my
Jump
god.
Street.
There was doves in 21 Drum Street? I don't remember that. It's been a while though. It's
Yeah.
been a while.
I don't think there were doves in her limo though.
They've been
They might have. I
I
don't
don't
know. I
know,
wasn't
like
there.
it's like the romantic bird, but like would you really like to have
Yeah,
like
it's the bird of love.
yeah, but would you like to have a bunch of
When the
doves flying
doves
around in a
cry.
limo with you? Like just imagine all these birds.
Yeah, shitting and like scratching at you, and they're
And I'm
they're
afraid of
scared.
birds. I don't
I'm
like it.
scared. Everybody's scared.
I'd be
I
terrified.
had a pet dove once.
What? You just like took one home or like
No,
did you
no,
buy
no,
one?
no. I had one as a pet. At, at my house. Um, as a child.
Where'd you get it?
I don't know. I was a child,
Oh,
so
so like it was your parents.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It was
okay.
my mom's stuff.
That's interesting.
It ran away.
Like on its 2 feet? Or did it
Yeah,
fly?
chicken ran. It was chicken run, and the dove, but it's not a chicken, so it's a dove.
A
But it
dove
ran
run?
away. It could fly, but it ran.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
I have some family members that have birds.
yeah. I knew
That's
a really interesting bird girl too, who like in hair school brought her bird with her in a backpack. I have a video of it if you want to see it later. It was in her backpack, and she brought it to hair school,
she was
and then she'd
allowed to
like
do
color
that.
her hair like bird colors.
She was allowed to just bring her bird to hair school.
I don't know. She
She just did
did.
it anyway.
Yeah. People that did all sorts of stuff in hair
She
school.
had a Ron Swanson permit.
Yeah.
I can do what I want.
Yeah. Yeah, she'd be like, dude, check it out. I got this new bird today. And I was like,
Was she
wow.
Australian?
No. I was just making a weird voice. Birds are crazy. I had a set of doves living in my planter, on my porch. And I was really bummed because I wanted to put flowers there, but it was nice to like see life being created in
Yeah.
dove culture.
I like birds from afar.
Oh
Like
yeah, you don't like birds?
I don't like when like they're in like people that have birds and they like fly at you.
Hmm.
That scares me. I like to like look at birds. Like there's like a bunch of geese this time of year, you know. There's all the geese are coming back. They're about to like have babies, and I love seeing all the baby geese over in that field over there. Love, love, love that. They're so cute.
What did we name that one pelican? George?
George, I haven't seen him. He probably
Oh,
went south. But then there's been more over the summer. There was more pelicans. So
yeah.
last year we had a picnic in the park near my house at like it was at like mid-April or something like that.
Hmm.
So it's still kind of chilly. So we were
It
like,
was cold.
yeah, but we still did the picnic. Cause we're like, we're pretending it's summer because we're sick of winter. That's like the Wisconsin way.
Yeah.
And on the way back, we noticed a pelican in the river by my house, and it was
Yeah.
the only pelican that we could see. So we were like, "Oh my god, look it's the only pelican. It's like the lonely pelican," and we named him George.
George
But,
the pelican.
but then as summer went on, there were more pelicans. So I don't know what happened to George.
Yeah, he had a Pompeii.
Yeah,
Big old hair.
all sorts of birds in this area,
Weird head shape.
and I'm in like the middle of the city too. So it's like interesting how much nature is
Mm-hmm.
kind of like surrounding me too.
Mm-hmm. Squirrels and shit.
Squirrels, bunnies, geese,
I remember when I went to
pelicans.
Florida with my friend, they thought that we had lizards in Wisconsin, just like walking around, and I thought that was fun. I was like, no, we don't got
We
lizards.
do have snakes.
We do have garden snakes. Yeah, my brother used to put garden snakes in totes and lose them in our house. There's why is there so many snakes on this goddamn plane?
There's a
It's like
snake in my boot.
yeah, right. There's snakes fucking everywhere. Oh my god. Yeah, and he stole a snapping turtle
Oh
from
yeah,
a lake, and then
yeah.
he'd kind of like point it at us and be like, "Here," and then it would bite us. He was a Sid kid. Like Sid from Toy Story.
Yeah, I hated him.
Yeah. Well, he's lovely. Sid was just probably, he had some unresolved things
I
that he
actually
took out on army men. So
I didn't like him in the first movie. I don't really remember what his
he wore
life was
cool
like
shirts.
after the first movie, though.
Maybe Sid was all right.
Maybe he ended up being okay. Maybe he went to therapy.
Mhm.
That'd be good for him.
Yeah.
Hopefully he did.
Yeah. One time my brother told me that he was a vampire and he put a fish bone in his mouth and he told me that he like he was pretending it was like his fang and that he was like a vampire. No, it was werewolf and then he ate all the vanilla pudding in the fridge.
That's what werewolves like to eat?
Apparently, to him, he was a menace for sure. I don't
Had
think
you
he
guys
was
been
sick.
watching Twilight?
He was like Dennis the Menace. Or well, a little more hardcore than that. Because he did make bombs in the toilet at the public.
I really need you to specify what kind of bomb you mean.
It was just like cleaning products. He already went to jail for it.
You went to jail?
Yeah, when he was 12. Yeah, I
I'm
remember.
sorry for laughing. I'm just like, what? I don't think I knew this lore.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah, he made he put some cleaning supplies together and he got that weird book that where you learn about that type of thing and he was like, oh, cool.
What book?
There's a book like a anarchist book that he bought.
I'm confused.
And it involved having ingredients of mixing cleaners together and putting them in a toilet and blowing it up a bit.
Okay then.
But like it's nothing too crazy. It wasn't like it wasn't like the place blew up. It just was the toilet and the toilet seat and the toilet. So, but he did go to juvenile detention for that one. Yeah.
Yeah. He does sound like some of like the guys I went to high school with kind of behavior, I think. I don't know if I could like assign a fictional character to the behavior, but I feel like
I mean, it's funny.
Yeah, I think
I would say he was like Jackass.
Okay.
Like Johnny Knoxville, that was my brother.
But a little meaner.
Maybe like Bam. He was more like Bam. Bam mixed with Johnny Knoxville.
Okay.
Like he just liked to do weird pranks and like, set stuff on fire and like make little detergent things that blew up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there was another time too he vandalized the high school, his local high school. Yep.
Did he get caught for that?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. We should probably only talk about things he got caught for.
Yeah, no, he got caught for everything.
Oh, okay. So he was like a bad criminal. Like he's bad at doing crime.
When yeah.
Yeah, he's bad.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean he wasn't bad at doing crimes.
He got caught.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what we're.
I'm just joking around. We don't do crimes ever. We are upstanding citizens of the law.
I just like to talk about my brother's weird crimes he did, that he got caught for. I mean, I did a lot of crimes too. We all do crimes.
You didn't? No, you didn't.
I didn't do crimes.
Allegedly.
Sometimes.
Allegedly.
I don't do the crime.
Allegedly.
I'm not a criminal. At least I think.
Allegedly. We're just gonna talk in circles so it confuses them. So there's, no.
Whooblash.
So there's no way to do anything. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Again, upstanding citizens of the law. No laws were broken here.
I only have parking tickets.
That's fine to talk about. That's.
I only have parking tickets that you know of.
Allegedly.
I've done.
Wait, I don't know if I should have said allegedly. Anyway, I allegedly probably did more crime when I was a server, though.
Oh yeah.
To like tie us back into the
Oh,
original topic.
did you steal some ranch from the facility?
I allegedly would take food from the facility I worked at
Oh, good. Good.
because,
It was your birthday every day
oh yeah, oh yeah,
at IHOP because
allegedly,
you get free food when it's your birthday.
yeah, exactly,
And
and
it was your birthday
yeah,
every day,
and
so
I just the crowd I like hung out with was just a little bit more crimey, allegedly.
a little more crimey. A little more grimy, a little bit of more crimes happening.
I mean,
You're
I
just
think
getting
more
your
like I was adjacent to crimes
you're
than I
getting
was like
your foot wet.
involved in them. Yeah, like
Yeah. Crime adjacent.
yeah, allegedly.
Like you liked the crimes, but you're not gonna come there to do them.
Yeah, again, allegedly. We're a lawyer's worst nightmare. Well, if you are an alleged crime doer and a current or former server, this podcast might just be for you.
Yeah.
Tune in every Wednesday at 7:30 a.m. or after that because who the fuck's up at that time? Just wanted you to be able to listen to it on your morning drive to work. This is Fallonwrites,
This is mikmullet.
and thank you for listening to Old to Young podcast.
See you later, Wisconsin.